1857 How we expect the Rams to line up Derby County team and expected shape to take on Fulham. 1851 Change for Fulham. Kamara replaces Ayite, while Fonte returns to the bench, so Kebano misses out. Fulham: Bettinelli, Fredericks, Odoi, Ream, Targett, Johansen, McDonald, Cairney, Kamara, Mitrovic, Sessegnon. Subs: Button, GK, Christie, Callis, Norwood, Ayite, Piazon, Fonte. 1849 So, what do you make of that? One change for the Rams as Anya comes in for Vydra. Full PIECE HEREIkechi Anya in action for Derby County against Nottingham Forest. Image, Andy Clark. 1846 Key event. So here it is, your Derby County team for tonight's playoff second leg at Fulham. Is this the 11 to get the Rams to Wembley? Derby County: Carson, Keogh, Davies, Forsyth, Wisdom, Huddlestone, Johnson, Anya, Wyman, Lawrence, Jerome. Other subs: Ruse, GK, Pierce, Hansen, Ledley, Palmer, Vydra, Nugent. 1838 Here's tonight's program. Program ahead of Fulham v Derby County playoff semi-final second leg. 1832 Former midfielder Andrews has been speaking to Sky Sports ahead of the game. Here's what he had to say. One of the key battles the other night was Alexander Mitrovic up against Curtis Davies. They didn't screen the ball into him. Gary Rowett has mentioned that he was content with the ball going into Mitrovic because he has that much trust in Davies. I feel that's a dangerous tactic to drop that deep and allow that type of ball into his feet in and around the 18-yard box because of the runners that they will have off that from midfield, the likes of Cairney, Johansen coming in, Sessegnon, whoever plays on the right-hand side. Midfield is also going to be very, very key. Derby nullified a lot of what Fulham did the other night. 1825 Slavica Jokanovic. Image, Steve Bardens. Getty Images. Fulham boss Slavica Jokanovic has issued a defiant message ahead of tonight's playoff semi-final second leg against Derby County. Jokanovic side trail 1-0 from Friday's first leg when Rams striker Cameron Jerome headed the only goal of the game. He knows the task and says Fulham will not change their style as they look to turn the tie around and book a place in the final. We know what we must do to get to Wembley. I can expect something similar. Derby are going to try and catch us in the transition and set pieces. Derby don't give you too many spaces. We must show patience and move the ball, but sometimes we will take more risks. 1822 Derby County players out on the Craven Cottage pitch early to have a look around and test out the surface. Looks good. Derby County players inspecting the pitch ahead of playoff game at Fulham. 1814 Up-and-coming boxer and mad Derby County fan, Zach Parker sends his best to the Rams. 1806 Just over 2,000 will be here. Could have been sold twice over, where the Derby County fans will be housed for the playoff semi-final second leg at Fulham. 1757 Fulham will throw everything they have at Derby County in the second leg of their Sky Bet Championship playoff semi-final, but midfielder Kevin McDonald thinks they could find it even harder to break the Rams down. Bradley Johnson challenges Kevin McDonald during Derby County's Sky Bet Championship playoff semi-final first leg against Fulham at Pride Park Stadium. Image, Andy Clark. Fulham dominated possession and territory at Pride Park, but Derby produced a defensive masterclass to deny the usually free-scoring Cottagers. Derby defended well and made it hard for us to break them down in the first leg. It's going to be the same on Monday. And on a smaller pitch, it's going to be even harder, but we've got to keep going. We've just got to pick ourselves up and go again. More here. 1741 Chief football writer Steve Nicholson has arrived at Craven Cottage, and he's impressed with the pitch. Craven Cottage pitch looks like a carpet. Where are my boots? 1738 Derby County celebrate Cameron Jerome's goal against Fulham. Derby County have players who relish the big games and occasions, according to manager Gary Rowett. And there is a big game tonight as the Rams look to book a place at Wembley and keep alive hopes of reaching the Premier League. Derby are eyeing promotion, but first they must negotiate a testing clash against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Cameron has played in big games, Bradley Johnson loves the big occasions and the big games, and Vydra always revels in the big occasions in terms of the quality he shows. I think he scored 2 goals in a semi-final for Watford. We have got lots of players like that. More from Rowett here, 1733, just slightly veering away from tonight's game for one quick moment. Derby County youngster Afronde Zanzala has sent a parting message to League Two champions Accrington Stanley. The striker spent the second half of the season on loan there. Would like to thank Accrington Stanley for my time there and staff and players. I have met some great people and had an amazing experience scoring my first league goal and winning the league with such a great club and fans. Wish the club the best for next season. 1729 and inside the cottage Craven Cottage ahead of Fulham v Derby County Craven Cottage ahead of Fulham v Derby County Craven Cottage ahead of Fulham v Derby County 1723 We were in the Neptune earlier today, and grabbed some Rams fans ahead of tonight's huge playoff semi-final. 1718 We have arrived, Craven Cottage ahead of Fulham v Derby County Craven Cottage ahead of Fulham v Derby County Craven Cottage ahead of Fulham v Derby County 1717 are looking out for those who are. You can follow our live updates of Rams fans heading south right here. 1712 Gary Rowett has challenged Andre Wisdom to keep Fulham's talented youngster Ryan Sessegnon quiet again tonight. Wisdom produced a strong performance in the Rams' 1-0 victory in Friday's championship playoff semi-final first leg. Derby County's Andre Wisdom in action against Fulham. Image, Andy Clark. Andre is physically talented enough to be able to do that. I think that is what we have wanted Andre to do more often, to impose himself on his opponent. I don't think you would like playing against Andre because he is so strong. Curtis Davies the same, but Andre is going to have to do the same thing again. Full piece here. 1704 Same again tonight please, Andre. 1652 No surprises here, then. Former Derby County and Nottingham Forest star Kenny Burns wants Fulham to dump Derby County out of the playoffs tonight. The former Nottingham Forest man, who last week claimed the Rams had celebrated getting into the top 6 like they've won the league, wants his old club's arch-rivals to be beaten at Craven Cottage tonight. 7:45 p.m. Derby head to West London with a 1-0 advantage after Cameron Jerome's towering header split the sides on Friday night, and the winner will face either Middlesbrough or Aston Villa at Wembley, with the latter holding a 1-0 advantage ahead of the second leg on Tuesday evening. It will come as no shock at all to regular readers of this column that I will be hoping for a Fulham v Middlesbrough playoff final at Wembley, he said in his regular column for the Nottingham Post. And I still believe there is a good chance that it will happen. Derby won the first leg 1-0 at Pride Park, but Fulham had so much pressure in the second half, they played such good football, that you do sense they will get the job done on home turf tonight. Despite the fact that Fulham currently trail Derby by a solitary goal, they are still my favourites to win promotion. 1639 If you missed it, it will be a packed away end at Craven Cottage tonight. The Rams quickly snapped up their entire allocation for the second leg, 16-2616, 02 How are you all feeling ahead of tonight? Plenty of Rams are on their way, if not already there, to the capital for tonight's huge game. We also have live updates of those traveling south which can be found here. Picture, Paul Mottershead Derby County fans at Fulham ahead of the game tonight. Picture, Nick Reed description, Derby County fans at the Neptune in Derby prepare to set off to Fulham. A game that could see the club heading off to Wembley Stadium. 1600 come. Anya. Rams, Derby County fans at Fulham in the league encounter. Image, Andy Clark.